Hello there, I'm Mike the Gardener, and welcome to the fifth part of my How to Design Your Dream Garden series, where we're going to be looking at where to place different components in your dream garden for optimum effect. First and foremost, you need to have an idea of what you want to include in your garden. So I'm going to give you a starter for 10 and give you some of the things you might need to consider. You might want to think about including a greenhouse or a water butt. How about a summer house or an office? Oh, the dreaded wheelie bins. Where are we going to put those? Composting's always a great idea in the garden. Somewhere nice to sit in the evening with a glass of wine and maybe have a spot to eat. A quick cup of tea or a cup of coffee in the morning when the morning sun comes out. A nice sunny barbecue area or somewhere to entertain friends and family in the summer. And where on earth am I going to hang the washing? And most importantly, of course, where on earth am I going to have my borders in my garden? And what shape should my lawn be? So here's the boundaries of my back garden around here. Here's the back of the house with the kitchen window, which is where I am now, and the lounge window. And we're going to talk first and foremost about the wheelie bins, the composter, the office or the summer house, and the greenhouse. Now these are things that you won't want to see when you're actually looking out the window, so I'm going to put them somewhere down here by the side of the house. It's the only space I have available, and they'll be out of the way and out of view from the windows. So there's the summer house, and I'm going to tuck the wheelie bins in behind the summer house, so they're easily accessible from the side path, but they're tucked out of view so I don't have to see those. Now if you haven't got somewhere where you can put them out of view, you could consider putting some trellis in front of them and putting a climber in front of the trellis so they're not seen. Next thing are the composters, and I'm going to put the composters just in the side here, and I'm going to plant a hedge just in front of them so they're out of the way, but I can access them from the back of the office and the compost bin area. And finally, the greenhouse I'm going to put here because it's in the sunny area of the garden, and again I can't see it from my look out my lounge windows. So now we're looking at somewhere to sit for coffee or sit in the evening. Now over here the garden gets sun in the morning, so a couple of chairs there and a small table for sitting in the morning. And on the back of the patio here, just underneath the kitchen window, I've got a garden seat going in there so that I can sit in the evening and have a nice wine or whatever, a nice cup of tea. And then finally, I need somewhere for the washing line or the whirligig, and I want that by the back door, and I haven't got to get wet when I'm hanging out the washing, so I'm going to arrange for a little hole to be put in there so the whirligig can be put in there. And then when I'm not using it, it can be stored away, and I've got this whole area here for entertaining and barbecuing. Last consideration is I need to have a lawn and some borders in the main part of the garden here. Now I would always advise keeping it simple and go with something strong and geometric. Now I'm going to go for a nice circular lawn and just a pathway onto the lawn. And I'm going to have a little patio area here underneath the oak tree with a seat put in, so in the summer when it's really hot I can sit under the shade of the oak tree, and this here will be my lawn. So I've got a nice circular shaped lawn. And then the best part, all of this area here can be planted up, and they're quite deep areas here that I've got because they'll go into the corners, and this will all be shrubs and planting, and so I've got quite a lot of area there to play with. Join me next time for the last in the series of How to Design Your Dream Garden, when we'll be looking at all things planting. Until next time, I'm Mike the Gardener. Bye bye.